Hey y'all, weekly reflections and insights back after a short hiatus, and today we are talking about experts. And I was inspired to this topic by some research recently published by the USDA, suggesting that a diet consisting of 91% ultra-processed foods can still be considered healthy under USDA guidelines. Well, as I was perusing the research, I get to the end and I noticed that one of the authors works for the soy industry. Potential conflict of interest, no? A lot of ultra-processed foods contain an awful lot of soy. It would benefit the soy industry to have research saying that ultra-processed soy-based foods can be healthy. But you wouldn't see that conflict of interest or potential conflict of interest unless you went all the way through the paper. And this is my point. Experts are being trotted out for everything these days. And you are being told, suspend any disbelief. Do not do your own research. Put your faith in the experts. Richard Feynman, other famous scientists, they referred to this as scientism, where science becomes more religion than science. Take it on faith. That's not science, that's religion. Take it on the clear, unbiased evidence with all the disclosures. That is science. So, my own experience with experts, I spent 10 years as an attorney, give or take, in oil and gas. And over those almost 10 years, had a number of downhole well failure claims, tubing and casing issues. And not surprisingly, complex questions of metallurgy and drilling practices. There's chemistry questions, there's physics questions, there's destructive and non-destructive testing, there's questions about material certification, and we need experts. Not surprisingly though, both sides have experts. Not surprisingly, those experts claim that their side is correct. Now, as evidence develops, experts will develop their testimony. Good experts will tell you, this is what the evidence says. I will not alter my testimony to confuse the evidence. We're going to shoot straight. Unfortunately, there are experts out there who will bend the truth. I witnessed this firsthand at a non-destructive examination. This may have been an innocent error by the expert, but an error nonetheless, and a significant one. As he was standing there and we were observing and looking at the various measurements going on with this piece of casing, he exclaimed, "That's it. There it is, definitive evidence." The examination continued, and moments later, there it is, definitive evidence, the same piece of pipe. Another attorney raised his hand and said, "You've just made a claim contradicting your previous claim. What you are suggesting, sir, is not possible under Newtonian physics, under the physical and mechanical laws that govern our world." And the expert sort of paused and rethought what he had said and realized, yeah, what I just said was total and complete nonsense. It is a physical impossibility, what I have just claimed. So I need to walk this back. Otherwise, my credibility will be shot to hell. He'd already done some damage to himself by exclaiming, "Case closed, done deal, this is it." Sorry, sir, not so much. But that's the type of attitude that you get these days from experts. Trust me, you're not wise enough, smart enough, capable enough to understand this. How insulting is that? So, I implore you, do your research. Approach these experts with a healthy dose of skepticism, if not outright cynicism. There is a reason when you put an expert up for deposition or that expert is testifying in open court that they are under oath and that they are cross-examined, because I'm not going to ask my expert questions that are going to blow up my own case. The other side's not going to do it either. That's why we have cross-examination. That is the definition of skepticism. We do not blindly trust them. We get all the evidence out on the table. We get all the conflicts of interest. We get all of it out there. And then we allow a neutral, independent finder of fact, the jury, to make the determination at the end of the day who we believe. And even then, we have an appellate process. So, before you put your faith in the experts, and before you outsource your life to other people, and I know it can be psychologically comforting. I don't have to do the work. I don't have to learn these complex things. But you're at the mercy of the experts. If they're wrong, you pay the consequences for their errors. And I don't know about you, but I would much rather be responsible for myself and accountable to myself than put my faith in the expertise of the government. That's it for this week. See you guys next time. Skepticism.